Good day and welcome to the Doctrine of Christ again. My name is Pastor T.L. Emmanuel and we're still talking about the coming collapse and the coming storm. This is our second video and I'm going to share more prophecies with you. Before there's a collapse, there must first be shaking. In late 2018, I saw a vision and I shared this on my Facebook page. In this vision, I saw what appeared to be a tall, lean, tower-like building protruding out of the clouds. I had a bird's eye view of the structure and I was high up in the clouds. The clouds were very dense and very dark. The structure was also very dark. At first, I couldn't recognize the building. I thought it was just a tower. It turns out that it's the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which is the tallest building in the world. I touched its tallest point with my finger, the very tip of it, and suddenly the building started to shake as if being blown by a strong wind. And the Lord started to speak. And he said, once again, I will shake the nations of this world so that what can be shaken will be removed. And then he says, and what cannot be shaken will remain. This is now the first time I heard about the collapse. He spoke about the shaking first. And then on the 22nd of September 2019, I shared the following still on my Facebook page. I experienced something very alarming. It manifested through both a vision and what I can only explain as an interactive dream. In the vision, I was in my car and suddenly things around me started to shake violently. The shaking was so severe that the windshield of my car started to crack. As to whether something fell on the windshield or not, I couldn't tell. As the vision continued, I found myself in a different location, which looks like a cityscape. As I looked, everything as far as the eye can see was shaking and quaking, everything all around me. This carried on for about half a minute or so. Later on, I fell asleep. While sleeping, I cannot tell whether I was dreaming or not, but the couch that I fell asleep on started shaking violently. It was as if I was in the middle of an earthquake. I could feel myself literally bounce up and down the couch. This also carried on for about half a minute or so. So that's the second experience about the shaking, which is going to lead to the collapse. Then on the 18th of March 2021, I saw the following. I saw a massive white hand. This year. A white massive hand emerging from outer space. The hand was pure white, not Caucasian white, as in a white person necessarily, but rather white as in white light, almost like someone wearing a white glove radiating with light. The hand went on to hold planet Earth, like one would hold a tennis ball. The whole planet fit comfortably within the large hand, and it felt like the hand was in complete control of the Earth. Then the hand started to shake the planet, shake it violently like this. And once again, I heard the following. Once more, I will shake the nations of this world. What has not been shaken so far, he said, will be shaken this time. What can be shaken will be shaken, and what cannot be shaken will remain. This is now about the shaking that's going to lead to the collapse. Then on May 20th, 2021, this year, I shared the following on Facebook again. He says, watch the superstars begin to fall, both inside and outside the church. Watch the pillars begin to crack and the superstructures collapse. This is now the other experience that I had with the Lord. So something is coming. There's a shaking that's taking place. This shaking will lead to the collapse. When you shake something, it must collapse. Then I want to share this with regards to war, because I think this is central to this collapse that's coming. On the 10th of September 2019, I shared the following. The world is entering the era of civil war to bring about a global war. This is what the Lord said, on a scale never seen before. This is now World War III. So we're going to begin with civil war in different countries, and eventually there'll be a world war. Regional conflicts will escalate and differences will sharpen, he says. Family loyalties will be tested and broken as those who support different ideologies and parties will separate. Brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. Loyalties will be tested and divided, he says. Countries that thought there were one nation will be divided. They will discover that there are many nations in one that united for political expediency. The wounds that were once healed will be reopened, he says. Cultural, political, and ideological differences will deepen, and this will lead to conflict on a scale never thought possible in many nations. I'm shaking this world, and all of these regional conflicts and civil wars will lead to a great war. That means World War III. That's coming next. The end is near, but it's not yet. I'm disrupting the world's intention to unite. The regional conflicts are a diversion from that unity. I'm causing nations and countries to look away from global cooperation and to focus on their own internal matters. And then on the 30th of May 2019, I shared the following word. While in prayer, I heard the following shocking words, almost unbelievable if they didn't come from God. There will rise a communist dictator in the United States of America. Very important. Who will aim to reverse and destroy the past gains of freedom. He will shackle the eagle in a cage and unleash the bear of the past. Price controls, central planning, food shortages, polluted water, and rampant disease will flourish as the United States of America crumbles under the heavy burden of social unrest. Those who believe in freedom will attempt to wrest power away from the new dictatorship, leading to civil war between the patriots and the communist front. And I believe the man in charge is that man the Lord was talking about, this communist dictator. Before I heard this word, I'd seen the following vision, which at the time I didn't fully understand. I saw a man dressed in American Union Army uniform from the Civil War era. He was wearing a Union Army great coat, and he looked to be calling someone since he was motioning with his hand that someone should follow him. It turns out that he was commanding an army and he was signaling that they should attack. Behind him was the American Capitol in Washington, D.C. Later, I saw the Capitol in flames or as if a bomb had gone off. Above the Capitol were army jets zigzagging the skies. This is now what's coming to America. So God is shaking all the nations of the world in this season. However, we're going to see civil war in many different nations, including the US. America will experience a civil war. But all these civil tensions are going to lead to a great war. Third World War. That's coming to the world soon. So with that, I want to close, and then we'll deal with the next video, and then we'll delve deeper into this world. God bless you.